So what do you think? Isn't camping in bug season glamorous? Oh God. Good morning. I just pulled off the Rock Lake access point. This is, I haven't been in through Rock Lake in 5 or 6 years, I'm thinking. I'm not entirely sure, but it's been a while. There are 4 cars in the parking lot, including mine. It's Friday, although it's still early-ish, 11 o'clock. This is June, which makes it the heart of black fly season. Tends to keep a lot of people away. But for those who don't mind the bugs and or are prepared for the bugs and or are just plain old optimistic, it's a beautiful time of the year to go tripping. So this access point, Rock Lake, is the first interior trip I ever did in the park, and my destination today is the same destination I had on my very first trip, which is Lake Louisa. I would like to think I'm better equipped, better prepared, just better. Certainly more experienced. This is a different kayak. I just noticed I didn't even close the front hatch. Oh well. It's a different kayak. Different kayak yoke. Quite a few versions different. Different canoe pack, different, I mean, not much is the same, really, from how I did things then. But Louisa is a big, beautiful lake, and I'm excited to see it again. So welcome to the portage from Rock to Lake Louisa. It is the one and only portage I have to do today, and it is 3 kilometers in length, which was the first portage I ever did with a kayak. No, that's a lie, but it was the first portage I ever did with a kayak in Algonquin. So I ended up double carrying it that time. I realized pretty quickly that my gear was insanely heavy, and I was using a frame pack at the time that was too tall. I literally couldn't put the kayak on my shoulders at the same time as my pack. So I had no choice. Even it was so heavy, there was no way I was single portaging no matter what. But just the physical dimensions of my pack made it impossible regardless. So I'd like to think I've learned a few things since then. And the plan is certainly to be single portaging now. It's an absolutely stunning day, and I'm really excited to see Lake Louisa again. It's been years. It's been years and years and years since I've tripped below Highway 60. It's only early June, and this is my second trip of the year. I'm off to a good start. I'm excited. All right. There's a pretty decent breeze here. The bugs so far have been, they certainly exist, but they've not been even to the annoying level. But this is a 3 kilometer portage, which means I'm going deep into the bush. They're going to get substantially worse. So I've got my bug jacket on now. Because I'm not going to want to be scrambling for it when I set my my pack and boat down for my first rest break and I'm getting assaulted. Alright, and we're off. So this was my my second long press from Rock to Louisa. I didn't have a camera on for that stretch. I just kept counting footsteps, or specifically just counting the right foot, and I was at 924 or 1848 total steps before I came to the logging road and decided good a place as any to take a quick break. I am in the sun, but at least there's a bit of breeze. That's not really helping much with the bugs, as you can see. So, my recollection, and it's been years, but the logging road, my recollection is that the logging road is pretty close to the Louisa end of the portage. So, if that's true, then I've eaten this portage up like it was nothing. I mean, it's a pretty tame portage. It's wet. There's a lot of mucky places, but no hills of significance, good footing throughout. Like for a 3K portage, it's tame as it gets. So, but then maybe my recollection's wrong and the logging road is like 100 meters from Rock, and I'm deluding myself. So maybe I should get to the end of the portage before I declare it was easy. There we go. Hopefully this is the last press. So I don't want to sound tough guy or anything, but that was shockingly easy. Welcome to Lake Louisa. So that is an awfully pretty campsite, wouldn't you say? The breeze is gone again, but it ticks off all the boxes. It's elevated, it's exposed, it's into the direction of the wind, if there were any. And it's freaking gorgeous. Okay, so let's explore this beautiful chunk of Canadian Shield that I'm not even sure is a campsite. Yeah, you know what, I see an awfully well-worn trail right here. I'm thinking this has to be a campsite. Oh my. So, some kind souls have just because there's wood doesn't mean it can burn. It's not bad. It's a little wetter than I'd like, but it might go. So I still haven't seen a marker. This is obviously where people normally pull in. I did see this. I just wanted to check out the other side. But it's just like, look. I have 180 degree, I'd say 230 degree view of the water. This massive chunk of Canadian Shield here. Like, it's perfect. I see no reason to explore further. I think we're gonna call this home. Although I'd still really like to find a campsite marker. So the water's actually quite nice. um, a huge change from 3 weeks ago. I mean, granted, it's a different lake, um, but the black flies are just, there was no breeze at all when I decided to go in just now, or at least that's the way it worked out, and I just got mobbed by them. So that part wasn't very fun. So it was a quick swim, but I feel better. And maybe the last time the bug jacket comes off today. Or maybe the last time the bug jacket comes off all trip, we'll have to see. I've been on the site for probably 4 hours or so. It's been up and down. The black flies have been pretty bad at times. Drove me into my tent for a while just to get a break. I've had my bug jacket on the whole time, zipped up quite a bit. I don't really have an explanation for why they're leaving me alone at the moment. The campfire's not doing enough to keep them away, really. I'm not complaining. I'm on a stunning Lake Louisa campsite, like just stunning. There just unfortunately isn't quite as much wind as I need. And what wind there is comes and goes. It comes up for a bit, the black flies leave me alone, I unzip. It dies, the black flies assault me, I zip back up. But, you know, the thing with me is, I love to read, I love to listen to music. It's not punishment to crawl into my tent for a few hours if things aren't all that fun outside. So, it's such a beautiful sight. I wish I could enjoy it more than I have. And go for a long leisurely swim. The water's actually pretty nice. So, I made a really bad decision, which was to get out of the tent to start a time-lapse video of the sun setting. In the time it took me to get the camera was already on the tripod. I didn't even adjust the legs. Just setting it down and leveling it and starting the time-lapse application on that phone and starting it, I got just murdered by black flies. And then I just kind of dove back into the tent, and I must have brought in 100 black flies with me. I mean, I must have brought in 100 black flies with me. So I've just been sitting here. It's hard to tell against the mesh, especially whether they're on this side or the other side. But I've just been sitting here murdering systematically black fly after black fly after black fly. They're not as smart as mosquitoes. You just go up nice and slowly with your finger when they're against the mesh or against the side of the tent. You can just go right up and mush them, and they don't even, most of the time, they don't even react. But nonetheless, as you can see, there's still a whole crap ton in here. And I've killed dozens and dozens, and yeah, great. Rub your eye with the same finger you're using to kill black flies. That's a good plan. I've been killing dozens of them, and I'm recording this on my iPhone because my cameras are outside, and if you think I'm going back out there to get them, you are insane. Needless to say, if I need to go to the bathroom at any point this evening, and I will need to go to the bathroom at some point this evening, let's just say my titanium mug is going to be serving a dual purpose.